Bad hair. Hello! I decided to go live about 10 seconds ago. Oh my God, don't look at my hair. Buenos dias from Puerto Vallarta. My name's Audra Ricketts, and there's a chainsaw going on behind me below if you are into that kind of thing. That doesn't even make sense. My tap was dripping in my shower. And so I had to get a plumber over, so I wasn't available at 11:11. So here I am. I'm coming on just briefly to say hello. Hey, I got a thumbs up. How was that? What? Any hoodles. I'm sitting out on my deck. Who is it? With me, myself, and I. And it's a glorious day, if you didn't notice. And I got myself a barrelito. If you haven't had one of these, they're pretty tasty. But yeah, I thought I'd check in with the one person, whoever happens to show up. How the heck are you doing? Because as far as I can tell, thumbs ups. Nobody knows I'm doing this, so if you happen to come on and say hi. Hi! My name's Audra Ricketts with Naked Jaguar Tours. I usually do this at 11:11, but it's essentially a nothingness tour discussion that usually happens at 11:11. But anyway, I just thought I'd say hello and check in and see how everyone's doing. And if you're wondering how I'm doing, I've had quite a week, just saying. And we've got two eclipses. Who is here? Can you reveal yourself? I'm going to invite some people to come and say hello. Okay, you don't have to reveal yourself. Hi, there's two whole people. Maybe Neil. I don't know. I just thought I should just at least say hello. Since I'm supposed to commit to doing this every week, that was the plan. But if you missed it, my plumber was here fixing my shower. So now my shower's back in business, which is nice. And it's just another glorious day here in Puerto Vallarta. The full moon is coming up if you're into that kind of thing. And I am late. I'm behind. Hi, three people. I'm behind on my videos because I gotta admit, it's just I've been going through so much shit in my life. If you didn't know, I've just been going through some pretty heavy shit. Hey, K-Sarah! I'm so glad you showed up. I'm gonna try not to start crying. Okay. Yeah, life is freaking hardcore right now. If you didn't notice, high five, people. And if you aren't feeling it, I am. I'm feeling it enough for everyone. So I am behind on videos. I don't even feel like doing it at all. And I'm totally uninspired. I don't know how you feel, but it's just like the freaking planets are shit kicking the world. Anthony! Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm doing this. Hi, friend. Back to you. Hola, hola. Are you enjoying the rain? Yeah, it's summer here. If you didn't know, it's summer here and it rains most nights, like hardcore. I was supposed to meet a friend for a drink the other night down at our watering hole, and I wrote the place. I go, look, if the rain lets up, we're coming down, so don't close. And I'm like, I wrote her, I go, I think it's letting up. And right that second, the loudest thunder crack just went, and the rain got even heavier. So thanks for the heart. So anyway, sorry I'm late. My plumber was here. and his name's Sergio, and he's such a sweetheart. So he fixed both of the taps in my shower, and it won't be dripping anymore. What is going on in your lives? Yeah, things have been wonky, really wonky over here. So I don't know how you guys are feeling. I know I'm just talking in circles, but have you seen any insects lately? Saludos, Antonio. Who the hell are you? Your name? Oh no, I guess you've been around. What's going on in your lives? But my friend who's coming in November, we talked a little bit this morning, and we're getting really excited because it's, if you didn't know, Vallarta just gets slammed in November. That's when all the snowbirds and everyone returns. All the tourists, all the snowbirds, the whole town right now is Deadsville, and it's wet. It's a huge... No! Kesra says, I had a huge tarantula on my back patio last Sunday. I blew it into my neighbor's house. Good idea. Fuck them all. As my friend's mom, Freema Lander, oh, I shouldn't say her last name. Freema always says, fuck them all. Yeah, we all have, my neighbors here, they can't stand me. And I'm like, we used to be like pleasant with each other at the very least. And the reason why I asked about insects is because I had a praying mantis on this chair yesterday, I think. Yesterday morning was like hanging out. I'm like, what the heck? So, and I wanted to touch it. I was like, can I get it to like stand on my finger? Do you do that, or do they like lash out at you? Like, I have no freaking clue. But yeah, that's hardcore. I'm not even going to say, but I'm not into spiders. Can I just say that? It's my breakfast. But I was washing my dog, since this is about nothing, recently. Anthony, agree, hotter than ever and sweaty. Yeah, it's always when you think that you can handle it, you're like, that's not so bad. I can do this. And then it gets hotter. And you're like, fuck, hell. But I was washing Smiley with this medicinal shampoo because she has this recurring rash. And I was told by the vet to wash her every single day, like 10 days straight. And she freaking hates it. Like, what dog likes getting a bat? Yeah, I hate spiders too. No gracia. And I guess because after I'd have to lather her up, and she'd go and run and hide from me because she'd have to leave it on for 10 minutes. And then I'd have to like drag her back like a meanie and rinse her off. The neighbor finally spoke out and thought I was abusing her. And now they won't even talk to me anymore. So I asked a friend, I'm like, what do I do? It's my neighbors. They're this elderly Mexican couple. He's like, get them a fruit basket. I'm like, really? Like, how do you present it exactly? I need a better visual. Anyway, if anyone has any ideas of how to present a fruit basket to a couple that won't even like look in your direction anymore, like, I'm afraid they'll just like go like this. I'll be standing there with a basket of fruit going, what the fuck do I do now? I'm like, why does everyone hate me? And then I was telling them, I go, no, it's Medicina. Like, that's why I'm bathing her. And now they won't talk to me. That's why they don't talk to me. So now we're down to 5 people. Anyway, Mark says, wait, Elvis loves shower inside. He'd happily go into the stall. Aw, cutie. Well, Smiley doesn't like it. Neither of them do. Mark, hi, Audra. We've been dealing with forest fires here in Washington State, and the heat, which gases. What? Thank you. I know my mom, I just talked to my mom this morning. She's in Victoria, BC, and the sky is pure white. I know my friend in Vancouver said, like, he went to the beach and it just smells like smoke and you can feel it in your lungs, and you get no sun and no view. You can't see the Gulf Islands or anything because it's so bad. So it's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Every year it happens, right? Yes, this is Banderas Bay behind me. This is the spectacular view, that one of them that I have. So this is where the whales come from Alaska and BC, and they swim all the way down here to have their babies in this bay. If you didn't know, look it up. So soon it will be whale season again. So thanks all 5 of you for showing up. I was late today, and plus I'm a frickin' slacker, so no surprise. Okay. What are we gonna do? If your neighbors don't speak English, ask Renee if you'll interpret and ask what the problem is. I did ask him to do that, and sounds like a misunderstanding. Bring a basket of things, also a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Emilio said to just pretend it didn't, like just act as if nothing's wrong and be like, Buenos dias. But I know, like, they literally were ignoring Renee as well when he would greet them, and then they did that for a few days, then they started greeting him again. But yeah. Like, I don't know. I think it was because the way I was frustrated because my back was hurting because I'm holding like a pit bull between my knees, trying to like rinse her off. And he's going, maybe you should, like, how many times do you have to bathe her? I think is what he said. And then I go, no, and I start like emphatically just explaining myself. And I think they thought I was yelling at him. So now I'm a bad guy. So that's that. But I think I'm going to get them a nice assortment of like mango and papaya, like apples and oranges and stuff. Nash is in the house. How you doing? Looks sunny and hot out there. Minneapolis is 57. Woo! Get your earmuffs out. Now it's like really, really hot here and humid. And if anyone has any questions about anything, or if you have any deep personal things you need to share, you need to talk to someone, just say it. I'm going through living hell over here. But yeah, and I got this one comment from someone that I erased it. Let's just say that. But yes, of course, I try to be up, like, I try to present happily, because do you really anyway, there's a mixture of difficulty and wonderful stuff going on in my life, and I'm sure the same with you. It's a mixed bag. It's a roller coaster. Is everyone else feeling the freaking planets kicking your ass, or is it just me? Que sera, yes. And plus, like, can you sleep at night? Like, the energies are like zzz. Does anyone else feel that? Major heat coming to your area next week, apparently. So don't turn off the AC quite yet. So there's like a heat wave after the cold. Yeah, so if you have any questions about Puerto Vallarta, or if you want to share anything about your personal life, no. If you're having a barrelito, these things are funny. They look like barrels. I took the dogs to the vet the other day because you don't want to know, but both of the dogs are on medication for their tummies, and they're good. They're fine. But then I buzzed on over to a place where I get groceries and stuff. And someone told me that when you give dogs raw bones, they get worms. And I asked the vet, point blank, is that true? Do you like raw or cooked? Because when we have ribs, we always give them the bones. They used to live on the streets, so they're freaking scavengers, and they will eat any bone that they come across, and there's never a problem. They're still kicking. You know what I mean? And the vet said, don't forget that it's not true, that they do not cause worms, and that's that. So that was a old wives' tale, whoever told me that, and you know who you are. Any hoodles. I don't know how long this live will be because I literally don't know what to talk about as usual. But if you want to tell us anything about yourselves, if you have any question, you want me to talk about anything in particular, I'm thinking of going for a walkies to where the swimming is really nice. And even though the water isn't super cold, I might go for a walk, even though it's super duper duper hot. I'm going to leave the dogs at home because it's too hot for them. Tanya! Buenos dias! Actually, it's noon here. It's noon here. I decided at the last second to do this. So I was late because my plumber was late, and now we're all late. So, Que Sera Sera says, my friends have run an animal rescue for years and have always fed their dogs raw meat. No problems. Better for them than dried dog food. Yeah, like obviously you'd think, because the dried is a lot of it is full of like filler, like shitty corn and this and that. But unless it's high end, like I get these guys pretty high end dog food. So. Welcome to Naked Jaguar Tours Live Saturday morning, where we talk about random things. So if you have any random things to share, hey John, how you doing? How's the water looking in Ms. Maloya right now? Is it really dirty? I haven't been there for a while. I should come visit. I used to go there all the time to get my massages, and now I found it cheaper and a better place. I fed my dog Bella raw bones pretty regularly most of her life. Like I'd get these beautiful with the marrow, and she had like perfect teeth until the day she left, and like perfect because of the bones. And if I ever saw like a little bit of buildup, I'd go grab her a bone, and it'd be like, it's the perfect way to clean your dog's teeth. But Shorty is literally the most scavengery little thing. Like imagine he's kind of a hound dog. So he goes into the trash because I'm a deadbeat mom and don't have them on leash half the time. And he eats everything. But anyway, I bought them bones. Is the point of this whole story. And they're happy. And that's that story. Okay, Mark says, I've been there at the end of June, and oh my God, I never felt heat and humidity like that. So I drank my Pacificos so fast before it got too hot. I know! Look at this. This beer's already warm. My newest technique, which is I'm not proud of, but a lot of people actually carry those thermos glasses things that are double walled or whatever. To keep your drinks warm, or even your beer. Like everyone gets glasses of ice for your beer here right now because it's so gross. Your beer gets warm, or your wine gets warm, or whatever. So if you get one of those, I don't know, I'm just rambling. Keeps it cold, because otherwise it tastes like garbage, right? Has anyone else seen any insects lately? Let's talk insects today. Que Sera Sera had a tarantula in her yard. I had a praying mantis on this chair. What else have I seen? Always geckos running around, and lots of fireflies, and hummingbirds, which aren't insects, and butterflies too, which is always nice. Let's do an insect version of this Saturday Live. I know the heat is brutal. I mean, when you live here, you kind of just, I'm getting more and more used to it, but it's, I live up on a hill, if you didn't notice, like up 2 trillion stairs. So anytime I leave the house, I have to remember that I have to go back up those stairs. So you try to get everything done in one shot. Like if I have my laundry and grocery, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had a car sometimes, let me tell you. Yeah, it's really hot. Nash says, you have any Dia de los Muertos videos on your page? If not, there's an idea for you. Thanks. I think I have a couple actually, but that's the thing is they're kind of, you got to go back. But there is, I'm pretty sure I shot last year and maybe the year before that too. So look around, noodle around, and see if you can find something. But I'll definitely shoot another one this year. And for those of you who don't know what that is, from like the end of October to the 6th of November, whatever, there's a celebration celebrating all the people that have passed over. And there's all these festivities here, all down there along the Malecon. They have like sculptures and skeletons and all this giant Katrina right at the bottom of the stairs. And do I have any videos? Yes. I thought you were asking if I have plans. But yeah, I will shoot another one this year, definitely. If I'm still here, I'll shoot it. Right? Yes or yes? That's what I was trying to do. Okay, now we're at 7 people. This will be a short one. So yeah, seriously, if you have any questions, shoot. If you have anything you need to share, get off your chest. How was your week? What exciting things have you been up to this week? And what did you have for breakfast? Yeah, look back, because that's the thing about YouTube is I have a trillion videos, and I don't know, like if you found me like a couple months ago, you're literally missing out on tons of content unless you really, really look around. But no, one of my neighbors came down today, and he doesn't speak very much English, but he was like, I saw you. It's like, what? He's like, naked Yegor tours. And so he was kind of excited about that. And he said, what did he see? He saw my whale watching tour, which is literally one of the first videos I ever shot. So maybe I'll put that, maybe I'll put a couple oldies, I'll do reruns instead of putting out a new one since no one's watching them anyways. And yeah, scroll back. There's tons of good stuff like Quimixto and Yalapa and San Sebastian and this and that and the other thing. So, Neil! Yay! Okay, what? Independence Day is upon you. It's Independence Day. What day is it right now? I got to look that up. Neil, tell me, is it right this second? There's Independence Day and then there's Revolution Day, right? I don't know. Time is just flying by. So there's 7 whole people on the call here. If you have any questions, let me know. Is anyone else drinking a beer? And I had bacon and eggs for breakfast because why not? But yeah. How you doing, Neil? I don't know what else to say. I'm going to go jump in the ocean today. What else? I filled up my hot tub, so I have a cold plunge now. You had bacon and eggs. Do you eat bread or do you just do the protein thing? I just do protein generally. And then I do bread in a bottle. But and I think I had a steak last night. But the steak I picked wasn't that good, unfortunately. So the cats and dogs got most of it, which is okay. I love bread, but try to avoid it. Same. I'm not a huge bread lover, but I like the real deal bread, like really authentic baguette, 11 people. Hi. Welcome back. Got any questions, let me know. Because I literally have nothing to talk about. Tuesday the 16th is the parade and other celebrations. Cool. Are you going to come down and visit? How is the weather in Calgary? You know what? Are you going to see? Oh, no, you're in Edmonton. Sorry. Because Emilio is going to Calgary and there's that. So I guess you won't see each other. You're not exactly next door or anything. But anyone else seen any insects lately? No one's answering my question. Okay, I don't know what else to talk about. But so what are you guys going to get up to today? My mom's planting perennials. And what else did she say? She's gonna clean the bathroom. This is so dumb. But yeah, I filled up my hot tub yesterday afternoon, and it's got a cold plunge situation going on because it's so freaking hot here that I was going in and out in the plunge, and then I did a little tanning because I've had a few people say I'm really white, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But thanks, Neil. Yep, we're in Puerto Vallarta, and we're winding down. The summer lasts until usually the end of October. It should be raining probably the whole way through. Hurricane season, the one hurricane that I witnessed here was at the beginning of October a couple years ago. Hurricane Lydia, and it was pretty badass. So we'll see if we get any hurricanes this year. It's good, but was super smoky from forest fires. We have grasshoppers. Thank you for answering my question. I know there's forest fires in Washington and BC, and I mean it's always like this at this time of year, right? But so can you smell it? You're working till 6? What do you do? What are you doing? And then are you going to have steak or not? Probably vegetarian. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a few things done over here. Go jump in the ocean. Try to get a video freaking done. Any other video ideas for me? I have like a couple in the play. I was going to put out one about my trip to Canada, but I'm like, nobody even cares generally. But I mean, I shot a few things and I have a bunch of photographs from visiting my family there. So I thought, well, why not? What else am I going to post? But yeah, if you have any requests, let me know. More dance videos. Maybe a river walk would be good because it's so hot. But I kind of lost my river buddy, unfortunately. But anyway, life is full of adventure over here. Nash says, you're a letter carrier. Well, isn't that nice? I have a friend that does that in Victoria. Or he used to. I have friends that do that in Vancouver, actually. The Crocs, I saw a big ass one yesterday at the river, where the river and the ocean meet. There is a big ass one in the shade there. And but I kind of feel like they moved a couple of them because there's less than there were. Like there were a ton showing up. So yes, the Crocs are still there. And I was going to go down by the river to like get home yesterday on my morning walk with the dogs. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. Let's go this way. So, because one time when I was walking up to the ocean, the dogs, I was with some other dogs and mine, and they literally bound into the river just for fun. And then seriously, this croc came like right towards them. We're like, get over there. So yeah, they know not to, but a lot of closures this September. What closures? Question mark. Tanny says, yes, smoky here, skipping the walk, lots of bees and buzzing. I'll walk up the river with you soon. God, get here now. I need some friends. All my friends are gone. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'll take you on a few different river walks if you're into it. And of course, we're going to probably go up. This is what I want to do. When we go to Yalapa, we're going to get horses and hopefully go like way further than I've gone before because we'll be on horseback, right? That's the plan. But yeah, the smoke is bad. They better move them. If one attacks a tourist, it will be all over the news and bye-bye tourists. Yeah, that's why they do move them. So, but I think right now we're good. They kind of keep to themselves generally. Those Crocs. A lot of closures this September because of the fires, I'm guessing. I know. Ron was saying that he went to the beach and he couldn't see anything. It's just like smoke particles, and it's not good to breathe, right? So good plan, yippee-ki-yay. Maybe we can buy some like fake cowboy boots when you get here. I don't even know what that means, but 6 weeks, chica, but not counting. Hurry up! Where's my wingman? Actually, I haven't seen our best friend lately, which has been a nice break. Let's just say that. But there's other chaos. But yeah, I was sitting at. Thanks for all the hearts, everybody. By the way, if you just tuned in, this is Audra with Naked Jaguar Tours, and we're in Puerto Vallarta. That's Banderas Bay behind me. And if you have any questions about Puerto Vallarta and you're planning on coming, or you want to come move here forever, like Tanya might, ask away and I'll try to answer your questions. But closures in Vallarta. September seems to be the holiday time for places. For what are you talking about? It's quiet. It's just quiet here in general. I mean, if that's what you're talking about. It's very quiet and hot. I'm trying to think of, is there anything I can report? You should see, where is it? Pretty that is over there. Whee! And if you're here in the summer, the sunsets here are so freaking beautiful. If you don't know, I'm on Instagram, and that's where I post a lot of my daily life stuff. If you're curious about, you'll see a whole bunch of Puerto Vallarta stuff. But I took like about 1 trillion photographs of the sunset 2 nights ago, and it was so beautiful. Like I literally just started crying because it was so moving. Right here behind me, because of the summer, all the clouds start building up and there's all this different stuff in the sky. So when the sun sets, it just, all this like incredible magic starts happening. There's a big hole in this cloud and the sunbeam rays were like pouring out of it. And I like bawling my eyes out. So I'm not emotional or anything. But it was so pretty. It was literally the best sunset I've ever seen in my life. And there's a dude from this condo here. Everyone came out to take photos of it because it was like bright red and orange, and like every time he blinked, it would get better and better and better. And so anyway, I went up to my very, very topmost floor where I can see everything of the bay. And by the way, here's my new tattoo. Can you see that? I just got it yesterday with my Sharpie. Oh my God, the sunset. And we were like, the dude next door and I were like, that's like probably the nicest sunset we've ever seen. And like every single night there's beautiful sunset. So that's the story. Local food review videos, an idea. And Neil says, like and subscribe, people. Yeah, please. That's a really freaking good idea. I have done some, but they're more like impromptu, not actual official, excuse me, food reviewy kind of things. But I should do more of that. I know. That's a great idea. Thank you for the suggestion. What kind of food? Like best tacos, probably? Actually, I know what I want to do. Because Michael, if you don't know what it is, there's a thing called birria, which the traditional meat was goat meat. And it's like this, like they slow cook the meat, which I don't like goat, but just saying. Now I think it's too expensive, so they use pork or a mixture of pork and beef. But it's a slow cooked meat, stewy kind of stewed meat, like pulled pork kind of. And then you can get tacos made. And it's usually they serve it from 10 to 1. It's kind of like a hangover food. But you can choose how crispy you want your tortillas. So you can have them either just not crispy at all, or medium crispy, or really like dorado, like crunchy. And then it usually comes with like a glass of consommé, a cup of like hot broth, which is really, really yummy. and totally not good for you probably. And you can either dip your birria in it and or just sip it and eat your tacos. But when Michael and I, after we were at the police station the other day, again, more bullshit, but I was like, I gotta buy you lunch. I owe you my freaking life because he gave me a few hours of his time. I'll answer that in 2 seconds, Neil. No, I'm not. Are you? Don't you find the planets are kicking your ass? Yeah, so we went to this birria joint. So maybe I should go there. Maybe I can even go there today. They're not hungry. And do a review of that because it's super cheap. You get a plate of 3 tacos with the soup for 70 pesos or something. It's really, really cheap and it's pretty tasty. It didn't blow my mind. I want to do one just on birria and hit up a bunch of birria places and do a review on that. How about that? That's the plan. No one's going to stop me. I'm doing it. It's coming out soon. Okay. Tacos, seafood. When I was there in February, I did the food tour, enjoyed the tour and drinks. Tanya did that last time she was here too. They're really popular, hey? And it looks like they do a really good job. And we're talking about the Vallarta food tours. They're busy. They're really busy. So Google it or look them up if you're coming to Vallarta. And I think they have a bunch of different options. Like you can do drinks or you can do a mixture or you can do the taco tour. And Tanya said they like literally ate like 8 or 9 tacos and she couldn't even finish the food because it was too much. Remember that? Simone! How you doing, amiga? I came on late today and I'm probably leaving early. My plumber was here. But we're talking about tacos. If you have ideas for more freaking videos, because I completely have lost steam. I always say that every single time we do this, I think. Seafood. That's easy to do. And Neil says there's a birria place on Aldama. Oh, yeah, it's called Emilio's. And it's supposed to be really good. I think they actually use goat, which is gross, but. And it's literally like 2 blocks from here. Come back. I know time is just flying because it's like the high season is like done. Now it's like sweating and rain. And there's like, bang, everyone's going to come back. So it just, time freaking flies. So hopefully I get some tours, more tours this year. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But it'd be fun to go do the Boca walk again. I want to do that again. I miss that walk. But it's just too freaking hot right now. My friends walked over to Conchas Chinas yesterday or 2 days ago, and they couldn't even walk on the sand. It was like burning the shit out of their feet. So it's that hot. And they had to stay in the ocean the entire time because it was so bloody hot here. So if anyone is thinking of coming, yes, come and we'll do it. We can try to walk all the way to Quimixto this time. That's what I think we should do. So it's 2 hours to Las Animas from Boca, and then it's 45 more minutes. But if you have a margarita or 2 in Las Animas, then you won't even think about it. You just keep walking, which is what Ron and I did. It's like 45 more minutes to Quimixto. And because we didn't do that. We stopped in Las Animas. But yeah. And we'll see another boa constrictor, hopefully. Too many tacos. Yes, so good, but I'm not a birria fan. I tried. Well, maybe you've got goat. Because I've had some that's good, but the best birria I ever had, and I should travel out there to get it, is past Boca. So it's kind of a ways out, but it's right on the road and there's jungle everywhere. It's really beautiful. And anyway, the food was amazing. But I got an instant stomachache afterwards, come to think of it. I was like chugging birria and then I thought I was going to die afterwards. It was so oily. But yeah, that's the birria chat. But if you didn't hear the question of the day is, have you seen any wonky, wild, crazy insects lately? Case Rossera had a tarantula at our house. I had a praying mantis and some fireflies. You guys see anything? Oh, and when I was in Canada, there was a wolf spider in the shower, because they have like a ground level guest room, which is where I stayed, and of course I open up the shower and there's a freaking wolf spider in there. I'm like, had to get my stepdad to move it out for me. Isn't this so fun? Welcome to Saturday morning live, Saturday afternoon live. Yeah, I'm going to try that birria place because I've walked past it a million times. I've never even thought to stick my head in there. And I should. It's in my neighborhood, for God's sakes. I can't wait to see you too. Do you think you're oh, you aren't even working there anymore, but who did you come here with? I already forgot his name. And he has a cool name. I forget his name. Do you think he'll come back with you? Just curious. How's Jungle Jackie doing? That's funny. I thought of her this morning because I was like feeling like escaping Vallarta. I was like, maybe I should go to Yelapa. Maybe I should go to Quimixto. And I have no idea because I haven't been there for a while now. Don't look at my hair. It's my new look, is this ball cap. But yeah, I'm guessing that's a good question because she like the jungle there in Quimixto in the summer is freaking hardcore, and only certain people can hack it. And there's a dude that I know that lives there. He literally will come to Vallarta for a few months because he can't handle it, because the rain is so hardcore there, and the insects, and like it's very rustic where Jackie lives. But she's a jungle lady. Like she has gets attacked by insects. She has bites all over her, which is really gross. And I probably shouldn't have said that, but it's like, I would have been like, bye, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. Because I don't know if you heard, if you guys don't know, Quimixto is south of the center of Vallarta. It takes roughly about an hour to drive, then take a boat there. Maybe not that long. It's not that far, but it says beautiful. I call it Gilligan's Island, basically. But it's a very special place. One of my favorite beaches in the area. But if you want to get away from the scene here, that's one place to visit. And go to Naked Jaguar Tours. I have about 20 videos on Quimixto. Like, you cannot miss it. It's one of the videos is called The Best Fucking Beach in Puerto Vallarta or something like that. And it's all about Quimixto. So that's where Jackie lives. But what do we got here? Austin! He's leaving for Asia. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll do a walk. We'll go on some adventures together. That's cool. I remember that. He's a traveler. That's really cool. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, I stayed overnight in Quimixto with Ron once. We brought a whole bunch of Prosecco with us, of course. And we hired a guy for some reason. We could have just done it ourselves, but we paid someone to set up a fire for us, like a pre-build, a little fire for the evening. And then we got a casita that someone recommended. So we got a casita, but none of the beds had mosquito netting. And so that night we went out to the beach, and we're like under the stars, absolutely freaking spectacular. And we went skinny dipping. We lit the fire, which wasn't easy. It took, I don't know why, I think it was windy or something. We lit the little fire, the stars, we were jumping in the ocean, drinking Prosecco, champagne, basically. And all of a sudden we hear these sounds. We go to leave and go back in the dark to our casita, and we could hear this and we were in the dark. We're like, what? So I pull out my iPhone and turn on the flashlight. There's freaking these big ass crabs, these gorgeous blue crabs, all over the place. Like they crawl out of the sand, I guess. And then there's these toads as well. So there's frogs and crabs everywhere. It's like that movie Magnolia where all the frogs are falling out of the sky. which is one of the most disturbing movies I think I've ever watched, but it's really good, but it's freaking hardcore. But so we walk back, we're trying not to step on the crabs and the frogs, and we go back to our casita, and I went to take a shower because we had been dunking in the ocean, and there were like, and the shower was in the back. It was an outside shower, outdoor shower, and there's like crabs like clinging to the wall of the shower. And I'm like, do you mind if I just have a quick rinse? So I'm trying to avoid this crap. And anyway, the beds were covered in insects. This is a long-winded answer to your question about Jackie. And I was like, yeah, I could never freaking live here. It's just it's too real for this micro princess. I don't need bugs. Let's just say that. No gracias. And that's that part of the tour. Okay, we're done with the questions. We're at 45 minutes. Maybe we should say adios soon, unless someone else has an insect they want to share what you had for breakfast. I had bacon and eggs. And if you have anything you need to get off your chest, do so now. Wow, that is wild. I couldn't do that either. Yeah, no, it was so gross. The casita we had was really cute. It had like this, it was totally enclosed with a beautiful little fancy thing and had lots of foliage. So it was private. It had an outdoor seating area with couches and really beautiful. We had candles and you go inside and there's a big ass bed and two smaller bed, like a day bed and a twin and then a king size bed in this other area, but no mosquito nets. And the bed I was going to take literally had every bug that God invented on it, like beetles, moths. Like I was like, I can't sleep here. What if they crawl in my ears, you know? So I basically didn't sleep. I went and slept in the smaller bed and had the fan on max. So it was like I was in frickin' Vietnam. And I had a terrible sleep, and I was like, I'll never, ever stay here again. So that was my, which is weird because I've been to Yelapa a million times and slept overnight there. But when you're up top in Garcia Rentals, there aren't really bugs. So I don't know what to say. That was the bug conversation. So you guys, let's try to have a good day. Let's try to feel good, like my new tattoo says. What do you say? And I found this rosary bracelet that I bought, and I must have lost a bit of weight because it barely fit me before, and now it fits me. I don't know what happened. That doesn't even make sense. Do you get fat in the wrists? It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, so that was that. Anyone else want to share anything before I take off? I might have another steak tonight. Don't tell anyone. I bought 2. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for the questions. I'll try to do this again next week. Try to get a video out this week. Is anyone interested in seeing Victoria, my little trip in Canada? Or should I just move on to Mexico and birria, tacos and seafood? And anyway, Simone, you have a fantastic weekend too, girlfriend. Thanks for showing up. Have a nice hike or whatever you plan on doing. But it's probably smoky where you are, right? Oh yeah, you're in Vic. I've been waking up a lot lately. Not best of sleep. Same. Always. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. It's hardcore. Too much energy floating around right now. And seriously, the eclipses and the full moon, if you feel a little wired, that's partly why. Plus the world is falling apart and stuff like that. That's a good point. Let's call him. Let's see if he's probably they're both in bed. Shante! Oh, he's coming. Come here. I gotta talk to you for a sec. They're both here. They're not both here. Look who I have. It's not Shirty at all. Look at how beautiful this girl dog is. She is pure love, this animal. She is pure love, for real. Look at this dog. She's looking at herself. Oh my God, I love her so much. Thank you. Te quiero. Okay, I'll let her down. I guess Shirty's taking the day off because he's like, you go. He sent her instead. Gracias. Adios. Okay. Victoria video, please. Oh, cool. I haven't been there since I was a kid. Well, and if you're really curious, I have an older video back in the day on Naked Jaguar Tours of I do a bike tour of Victoria. You should look for it because you actually get to see more of like downtown, the Inner Harbor, the Parliament buildings, the Empress, some of the totem poles, Beacon Hill Park. I do a big, long bike tour. So look for it, or maybe I'll repost it because this one's more just like random family and friends, and you see a little bit of this and that, but not a lot. Just saying. And that's that. I know, isn't Smiley amazing? Anyway, thanks everybody for showing up. Keep on keeping on. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget to eat your steaks. Just joking. And sending you lots of love from Puerto Vallarta, from my heart, my broken heart, to you. Have a wonderful life and day, and thanks for showing up. And that's it. Adios. Gracias. Goodbye.